Hey, Casas Adobe's Pastor John here, and talking about what is coming up this week in our lessons. And we have a couple of stories about forgiveness and transformation. And so the first story we may remember from Joseph, Joseph and his brothers, and remember his brothers sold him off and they were so mean to him. um, Part of it because they were jealous and angry that his father gave him that really nice coat, and his father was just lavishing a lot of attention on him, and it really made his brothers upset. And so they sold him into slavery. He went to Egypt, had a really hard time, and he rose to a position that was very, very powerful. And so what happened is his brothers came later because there was a horrible famine in their land, and they came to Egypt where Joseph had risen to power, and they didn't recognize him. And Joseph saw it was his brothers. And usually we look at the opportunity like, oh, you guys were so mean to me, and now I have the upper hand, and I'm going to do something really mean to you. I'm going to pay it back. But what Joseph does, and this is very important, he sees that his brothers have changed. His brothers just don't come in and then all of a sudden um, go back into their place where they can abuse him. Joseph sees that they've changed and that they really are very, very repentant for what they did. And so when he does that, everything transforms. He reveals himself that he's their brother, and they begin that process of healing. And so that's what we're talking about. We're talking about forgiveness and transformation. And Jesus in the Gospel of Luke is talking about what to do when you're facing really kind of not nice people. And so in that, he says, um, listen, okay? Listen, love your enemies, do good to those who hate you. Bless those who curse you. Pray for those who are abusing you. And we hear the thing often about if they slap you on one cheek, turn the other cheek. And even if someone takes away your coat, don't hold it. Give them your shirt too. Okay, so Jesus is talking about generosity. He's not talking about being a victim or inviting somebody who is abusing you to keep abusing you, because that's not the point. The point is to be generous in love. That includes love for yourself too, but also to listen. Okay, to listen, and just like Joseph listened to his brothers and saw that maybe they had turned a corner and now they could be forgiven. That is exactly what Jesus is saying. He said, you know what? Don't live in hate. Transform. Okay? If part of your forgiveness means staying away from these people, giving them some time, really understanding that maybe this person isn't good to be around, so I'm going to give you some distance. And part of that forgiveness is that we don't have to be in real close proximity. That is fine. But Jesus is saying, don't live in hate, don't live in revenge, don't live in scarcity. Okay. So I'm using our friend Potato Head again. And Potato Head, okay, Potato Head has eyes to look around and see. So we have that. So if Potato Head is living in a place where everything is bad, okay, everything is bad and nothing is going great, and Potato Head gets angry at everybody because this potato is living in a world of anger and scarcity. Everything is, oh, what's happened? I'm a victim of everything and everybody. is just mean, so I'm going to be mean too. Okay? It'll eat Potato Head up. So, what Potato Head needs to do is sort of live in a world of abundance where, there's enough room for you and me, and I can transform. I can become something different, become someone different, work in the ways of love and reconciliation. And I put Potato Head's arms on backwards, but Potato Head can be transformed and there we go, there, be a source of joy and reconciliation in the world. Okay? Spread love, don't spread hate. Now, like I said, we don't um, open ourselves to be abused, and we don't enable abuse. Okay, that's the main thing. But we need to acknowledge mistakes. We need to acknowledge injury. Then we need to find a way to bring it back together. And that's what Jesus is talking about. When you love your enemies, find those ways to try and bring it back together in the best way possible. So, we will talk about transformation, and we will talk about forgiveness and how to not only forgive yourself and forgive others, but to bring the spirit of forgiveness into the world and begin the really hard work of trying to do it, because forgiving isn't an easy thing. It isn't just like saying, oh, sorry. So, as always, I really want you to be well. Of course, be safe. And big thing, be a blessing. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. See you at Sunday school. Peace.